What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you know something that I've been highly anticipating for Modern Warfare 2 is DMZ. Over everything else in this game, the campaign, the multiplayer, Warzone 2.0, it doesn't matter. Everything, it could all fail. The one thing that I wanted to see succeed in this game was DMZ. Now, luckily for me, across the board, I'm pretty much enjoying Modern Warfare 2 as a whole, so I'm pretty happy right now, but DMZ, I think a lot of people had some mixed feelings for. It's brand new to the Call of Duty scene. Not too many people even know what an extraction game mode is. So people are coming into this fresh with kind of a questionable mindset. So I was a bit stressed, especially after watching the streamer event. I think the streamer event was probably the worst thing they could have ever done. And honestly, I thought it was going to be amazing. Being able to see hours of uncensored DMZ footage. I was like, this is going to be a banger. But streamers just play the game just so obnoxiously. It's like everything has to be rushed, everything has to be fast-paced, they only go for PvP, nothing else is on their mind. They're playing it like Warzone. But when you actually get hands-on, the experience is a complete 180 turn, In the hands of the public, I think we as the community can agree that it is a much better experience this way. I think the number one question that the community has right now for DMZ is this mode going to last? Is it good enough to, last for 2 years? Is it worth seeing the developers put more time into? And how is it holding up 2 to 3 weeks after launch? Is the game mode still fun, or is it becoming repetitive? Because you have to keep in mind, this is a brand new experience they're bringing in. This is a little bit better, obviously, than Hazard Zone. Actually, a lot better than Hazard Zone. But at the end of the day, it's still a brand new game mode. We have no clue how much support Activision is willing to put into it. It could just be a beginning hype phase, and, obviously the love can die down. The game will become repetitive, the same missions, the same challenges, so on and so forth. It might just become boring. But after putting in a very decent amount of hours into this game, and I gotta say, like I said, I always put in a lot of time so I can go ahead and give you the best criticism I possibly can on this game on the YouTube channel. And of course, if you guys want to see me criticize and, obviously go over this game live and in action, you can check out my live stream, which I do every single day over on my Twitch channel. The link to that is down in the description of this video. Actually, we don't stream on Sundays, but we will be back live on Monday. But with all the time that I put into this game, I gotta say, I am not tired with DMZ whatsoever. And I really did think I was going to get tired with it because it seems, like I said in other reviews of DMZ, almost like a open world Spec Ops. It's almost like what Modern Warfare 2019 Spec Ops was supposed to be, but more polished off and turned into an extraction mode. Now, obviously, it's not Spec Ops. I'm just giving it as a partial comparison for new Call of Duty fans who are coming into this experience nice and fresh. But truly, it's very casual. It's very, very, very casual. There's only so many missions you could do. There's only so many things you could do. And you would think, logically, it would get boring. But the best part about it is that it carries almost the same exact vibes that you would get from any other extraction game mode. Things like Escape from Tarkov, the Cycle Frontier, Hunt Showdown, some of the most top-tier extraction modes, they all bring a bit of horror, a bit of risk, the worries of dying and having to restart over. That comes with DMZ. That's something that Hazard Zone completely lacks. So DMZ already has the foundation that allows an extraction mode to be replayable. So we're already starting off with a good step here. But the challenges in this mode are just completely endless. I mean, I'm barely even finishing up any of my insurance weapons right now. I have tons of challenges I still have to finish throughout. I have not done any of the weapon crates yet. I have not gotten a single weapon crate. I have to worry about that. I did the M13 challenge, but that's just one of the many things you can go ahead and grind for. And that doesn't even include all the keys that you can get, the access cards you can get, and all the places to explore in the map in general. This game mode is, I gotta say, packed and very well designed. I was worried that was going to be way too casual, and that is what would kill the replayability of it. But it seems like it nailed a spot that is literally perfect. It is literally a casual extraction mode. This is as casual as an extraction mode is going to get. So if you're looking for something as hardcore as Tarkov, you're not going to get that whatsoever out of this. But if you're looking for an extraction game mode that has that casual element while it still gives you that hardcore, gritty survival feel, the intensity, the adrenaline rush of being in an extraction mode, then this right here is exactly where you're going to want to go ahead and spend your time. I'm extremely happy to say that this game mode completely lived up to the hype that, I was backing it up with. Because, like I said, I think I was hyping up a little too much. But I had faith that Activision When it comes to game modes that aren't 6v6, they care way too much. 6v6 right now is being neglected. But whenever it comes to a side mode like Warzone, for example, or anything of that sort, they go all in. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, it's no way they're going to abandon this mode. They have to go all in. They're going to go crazy with this extraction mode. And they pretty much did. But I'll be honest, there are spots lacking. There are spots that can be improved. And again, the challenges that you have right now, I can only imagine after a couple of months, like I said, 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, it still feels really solid, but I can only imagine months down the road, a year down the road, the replayability is going to lack. So this is definitely a mode that's going to have a lot of work behind it. Constantly being updated. Warzone cannot take all the shine right now, because if this game mode is not updated every single season, if there's not new introductions every single season, if there's not, brand new implementations, not even just every season, just every other, just random update they put into the game, a performance update, if they can't keep events cycling through DMZ, it's going to die. They have a really solid foundation here, way better than Hazard Zone, but it doesn't mean it's invincible. It's still a possibility it can die. But if Infinity Ward backs up this mode, I can definitely see this, lasting forever. Forever in Call of Duty. I mean, never die. This could be passed down to every single development team known to mankind, and they could turn it into a banger. I just can't wait to see what happens when Treyarch gets their hands on a mode like this. They already had Outbreak. So imagine Outbreak plus Extraction mode. Basically, everything that you see here with zombies instead of AI. That would be the most badass concept, the most badass thing in the whole world. And, honestly, I'd prefer if they took a more grittier approach, too. More like a World at War or Black Ops 1 approach with zombies, where it's really scary, really gritty, really hardcore. That would be insane to see out of a open world experience. But even if they do take the goofier approach, I don't care. It's whatever. I just think this game mode deserves so much more recognition than it already has, and so many more people need to give it a shot. Because like I said, the future is going to just be absurd. Battling a bunch of AI zombies while you're also trying to combat other PvP in a live arena while also extracting goods. It would be basically an open world zombie survival game turned into an extraction. Basically DayZ, or H1Z1 or something H1Z1 before it got turned into a BR. That's basically what that would be, You would open world looting and plus a little PvP, but the only difference is that DayZ is straight survival. This would be an extraction mode. At the end of the day, I gotta say, I am extremely impressed Infinity Ward, and trust me, I know. I'm looking at this gameplay and I see myself not picking up the 3 armor, and I'm just thinking to myself, what am I freaking doing right now? So trust me, I'm thinking it just as much as you are, but still, back to what I was saying. I am extremely impressed, Infinity Ward. I gotta say, you did a very solid job, and I cannot wait to see the future of this game. But I just hope you guys support it the way that, us, the community, expect you to support it. Show it tons of love, and make sure it doesn't get completely shined out by Warzone. But so far, it seems that Call of Duty, in my opinion, is doing pretty darn well this year. This game, Modern Warfare 2, despite any opinions on if it's bad or good, it has so much freaking content across the board. I mean, 6v6, I can combine between all the game modes. It's so much variety between playing Knockout, Prisoner Rescue, Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch, Domination, Headquarters, Hardpoint. The list doesn't end. It's only going to add more modes in the future. I hear Cranked is going to come. That's going to be a banger. I mean, it's just going to get better and better, along with more maps, more content, more weapons. And then on top of that, we have Warzone and DMZ now. Now, I would be worried if DMZ was bad, but now knowing that DMZ is really freaking good, the content is ridiculous across the board, especially for the price tag that we're getting. I think personally we are getting almost the perfect amount of content. If 6v6 was supported a little bit more right now, this would be the most packed Call of Duty experience we have seen in a long time that is properly supported across the board. Modern Warfare 2019 tried to do it. Black Ops Cold War tried to do it. Vanguard tried to do it. Well, Vanguard didn't really branch off as much as Black Ops Cold War and 2019. I think Vanguard tried to stick to the combat pacing. That was their main thing. But 2019, they tried to give out Ground War. They tried to give out 6v6. They tried to get Warzone out there. They tried out 10v10. They had all these things going on, and the developers couldn't get a handle on it. But I mean, a lot of people say they can't see it, but I can see the amount of developers on this product. A lot of people are saying 3,000 devs, where's the work going? It's going into all of the stuff that you see here, across the board. Now, again, that still is a lot of developers on the game, But to make sure all of this stuff is polished off before the launch, that is a crap ton of work. And I gotta say, they run good across the board. Yes, your launch issues, stuttering, glitching, bugs, all that good stuff. But when it comes to overall performance, how the game actually turned out, and if it's a, good performing game mode to even begin with, yeah, they actually nailed it pretty nicely. And I could see the work that all the developers, Sledgehammer, Treyarch, and Infinity Ward, have put into this project. And to me personally, it's really showing that allowing developers to have a little bit more time might be the way to go in the future. Because imagine what happens next when Treyarch makes their game, with the amount of time that they will have, allowing, development teams like Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer to help them on their project, allow them to push their vision, and they stay as the backup teams. Imagine how insane that Treyarch title is going to be. Again, if you don't like Infinity Ward games, that's fine, but I'm thinking the future of Call of Duty right now is looking a lot healthier than it did when, Modern Warfare 2019 first launched. It started to seem to me personally that Warzone was going to be the bread and butter and the rest of the game was going to die out. But with Modern Warfare 2, I see a glimmer of hope across the board with everything. And as long as developers continue support, like I said, I'm going to continue to play the game probably. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like button, say hey, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and that notification button. Also, want to chat me, there's Do our Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also, going to catch me with live streams of video games over on Twitch, link is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.